Mommy.
Mama.
Mother.
Mom.
Who is a mom?
A mom is caring.
A mom is nurturing.
A mom shows unconditional love to their kids.
She's empathetic and sacrifices quite a lot.
A mom is prayerful. And that's who we are.
Welcome back to our channel. It's Daily Living with myself, Ada, and
Rachel.
And today we'll be discussing raising wholesome kids.
As a mom. Oh, being a mom is an interesting job.
It is one of the most rewarding job yet.
I don't think we get paid enough, do we?
No, we don't. You don't even get paid. But yeah, we don't get paid enough. And how long have you been a mom?
Me, I'll say I've been a mom now for 11 years. Going to nearly oh my god, 11 years!
I think I'm 11 years as well.
Oh yeah, you're 11 years as well. Oh my god.
So
the way time flies.
It does fly. So we have juggled being a mom, and we're here to share with you guys our experiences on how so far we have raised well-behaved kids.
So far we've managed.
We've managed. We've
survived. There are some days where you're just like
survived literally. Raising good kids.
Yes.
Kids are quite good. And I know every mom will say their kids are good, but I've gotten compliments about my kids, and I think I have the
as
right
well.
thing.
Yeah.
Mind you guys, we're not experts.
I'm not perfect, love.
We've not studied psychology or anything in school.
We're just winging it.
Yes, we're just winging it. And by God's grace, we feel that we're on the right track. We learn every day, and we're also here to learn from you guys.
Exactly.
To share with us what you're doing with your kids and
how you've managed from, I don't know how old your kids are, but how you've managed so far, so we can share it to the new moms, that are starting their own journey, journey of, raising their own kids as well. Yeah. So,
and our kids are going to be teenagers soon. That's a different ball game I have heard. God is strengthening me for that journey.
I know, it's so scary. Like I've seen few moms talk about their teenage kids, like when you get there, it's not the same way. When you're like telling them sort of what to do now, it's quite different, because then you get a bit of like, no mom, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it,
That's why with girls, they've got attitude.
Don't mind them. But boys are always like, mommy. Anyway,
we're here for it. And
so how have you managed, Ada? You tell me. You download yours for me.
So being a mom is something that is very dear to me. I know everybody likes to be a mom.
Everyone.
But yeah, being a mom is quite interesting. I've managed.
Okay.
I've been abroad with no family. It cannot get any worse.
It can't get any worse when you've got no help at all.
And after I had my first daughter, I said, you don't know how strong you are
until
the only option you have is being strong.
Yeah.
You would be strong for yourself, for your child, for your partner.
Everybody.
You have to be strong for them. It's not easy. But yeah, it's rewarding.
It's rewarding, like, because especially like we that have not got like extended family here, we struggle, especially during like after giving birth. It's one thing because you're at home during maternity leave, like getting at least you're chilled, and then the pressure of when they start school. And then going back to work.
And then you're thinking, how am I going to manage? My life has changed. Who is going to be with the child? Who can I pay? Who is trusted?
Who is trusted? Because it's not even about paying. It's having that trust that you can leave that you can leave your child for the person to look after. It's one thing to have money, it's another thing to have that person for an experience. So you can see
mom guilt, because sometimes you're at work where you're thinking, have I done the right thing? Am I trying to chase money too much? Have I deprioritized my child for career? So you're constantly thinking if you're doing the right thing. So there's that guilt there. Oh my God, have I given them the right food? Are they eating healthy?
Do you get what I mean?
Are they eating fruits today?
And also it's not easy as well, but even when you later find the right person, say you find the right minder to look after your kids, you have to like prep in the morning as well, because now you've gone back to work. Now you have to wake up in the morning, prep for yourself, prep for the kids, prep. If you've got a really supportive partner, is good.
I don't know, but my head never rests. Even while I'm sleeping, I'm thinking, I'm supposed to iron the clothes. Somebody's going to school tomorrow. Somebody's going to one activity the next day. So you're constantly thinking and
constantly,
planning,
and planning around the kids. You tend to forget that you're not by yourself. You're two of you, but as a mom, you automatically think it's just you.
Yeah.
You're planning around, every other person. You have
around your children.
around your children. Do you get what I mean?
Do you know when? Did you experience that when you go to the shop before you go and buy clothes for yourself? After I had my first child, if I go to any
You're thinking,
store, I'm going to the kids section first.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm going there first. I'm going to buy nice clothes, nice hair bubbles, nice everything, so that you want her to look good. Boy and girl, you want them to
look good. Yeah.
So you kind of sacrifice yourself. That's what we mentioned, being a mom. So sacrifice yourself. So many things. Your body,
so many
your
things.
career, your work, everything. Sacrifice quite a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now that we've discussed being a mom, how long we've been for, so how have we managed to raise these awesome kids? I know, people will say, oh, my daughter would tell me, I'm like, Mom, I think you're not an African mom. And I'm thinking, how do African mom looks like? Because I think she's got this, I don't know if because she watch YouTube and see how people say African mom will take a belt and, smack them. But she always tell me, like, Mom, you're such a cool mom. You're not like an African mom. And I'm thinking, there's no difference. I'm still an African and I'm still a mom. It's just for the kids to realize that the time we were growing up, we grew up during the time where a different era where smacking the kids was part of our upbringing. It was like a way of our parents using correcting us.
To be honest, I'm not even mad at the parents. I wasn't smart.
Yeah, okay. I was because I was never listening.
I cannot remember for the life of me if I was smart.
Okay.
I was never smart.
Oh, right, okay.
I was a good child.
I was a naughty one. They would say, Rachel, don't fight in school. I'm coming back with Naifeh touch me. Naifeh eat me.
But then again, raising wholesome kids means you have to respect your child.
Exactly.
Yes.
Listen to them.
You give birth to them, but you still have to listen to them. You still have to hear them out.
Yes, exactly.
You still have to let them make choices.
Their own decision.
Let them make mistakes.
Yes.
Because that's how they learn.
Yeah.
And then also speak to them.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication matters a lot.
Continue talking.
Yeah. When you said communication, I just realized, I think some mom, I'm not judging anybody, don't get me, it's not a judging thing. Yeah. But I think I'll put myself part of the group as well. Yeah. We have this tendency of always being on the call while our kids needs our attention. Right. I don't know if you get what I mean. Your child wants to speak to you, but you're on the call, you're just chatting. Before you know, these kids have gone to sleep. You're still on the phone with your friend, just chatting. So you've lost that communication time between you and your kids, especially when they've just come back from school. Right. They're trying to download of what has happened, but you've started your conversation from when you went to pick the kids to the house. Yes. And then you've managed to end that call. And then by the time they're going to bed, where they feel, okay, now let me go and meet my mom and have that conversation again. You're back to on another call again. Right, yeah. So that was what I was just saying, communication as soon as you said that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I've got 3 kids and I believe
she's Odogu 3. Me, I'm still learning.
You've got to come on. Just one shot. I'm very soon.
Hey, very soon. I'm done. Hey.
So you get twins for us.
Which twins? Because I beg you.
I love twins. Let's leave that.
Okay.
But yeah, so first of all is understanding that all kids are different.
All kids are different.
They were bettered by you.
Yeah.
By the same father,
but
they are all different. They've got their different personalities, their different way of talking and understanding. So they deserve and need to be treated
differently.
As such.
Yeah.
So first of all, I think that's the first point for me, understanding how this child's temperament is and personality.
Exactly.
Because you cannot treat an outgoing child and a reclusive. Is it reclusive?
I don't even know what they call it.
Child,
a quiet child.
The same.
The same, yeah.
One
that's
is
true.
going to be outspoken. One can easily tell you if they've got any issues. They can just come straight up without being asked, and they tell you.
They'll tell you everything. Yeah.
Well, another one will not tell you.
Yeah.
So you have to be very observant because you've understood them. When you see one that had an issue in school, for example, you can easily tell, and maybe now because you understand how to also get information from that child, because some of them can just ask them, because I know one of my child is quite vocal before you even, as you're picking her she's telling you
but that's
everything
good.
that has gone wrong.
That's good, yeah.
And all the friends and everything.
Yeah.
But the other one might not speak. She might be quiet.
Okay.
But because I know something has gone wrong, and I know that if I ask her immediately, she might not answer.
She might not. So you take your time.
I know what time and where. Leave her when she gets back home, have shower, eat, and then later call her to the
that
side.
means you've known your daughter.
That's
so you knowing the time and when to ask her. That has helped you.
Because if you ask her the wrong time and the wrong way, you will not get the information you're looking for. And so if it's something that has gone wrong in school, for example, and you needed to, let's say, encourage the child or speak to the child, because you've asked in the wrong time and wrong place and wrong method, they won't tell you, and then it will keep bothering them, and they will not be able to have a solution when that problem reoccurs.
Because to keep piling up.
But if you know how to sort it, they will be able to tell you. Then you cannot put in your words as a parent, because you keep encouraging them and speaking to them and say, okay, when such of this issue happens again, this is what to do, this is what to say, this is how to react,
and be truthful about it. Of course. Because when my own daughter, every time I pick her up from school, she tells me what has happened, how she has, maybe like she's the one that has made something or caused problem, or someone has put her in trouble, or she would tell me, and I always like try to be truthful to her. I'll say, on this instant you have done this, of course, on this instant you haven't. Do you get what I mean? Like that communication, so she doesn't hide anything from me, because she will know I'll tell her the truth. Not in like, oh, don't do it anymore, but in a nice and be like, oh.
That brings up to the part where as a mom you have to be calm. Yes. When it comes to your children, you have to wear
whole calmness. Garment of calmness
and patience. Because if a child knows that when they've done something wrong and they come to you, the next you're going to yell or scream.
No, they won't come to you
again.
They won't come to you anymore. If you're not listening to your kids, they tend to like start building up attitude, because now they're holding so many burdens in their heart by themselves that they can't share with their parents, because the parents are not listening. So with that, they start getting, their reaction to things is like defensive, because now they don't have anybody to speak to, so they want to have that defensive mechanism of.
And that brings me to a point. I see, when it comes to raising kids, I can talk from today to tomorrow.
I think her dad have studied child psychology. She's just saying she's got a degree.
I might just have to retire as I don't know, somebody that speaks to people about children. Maybe that's what I enjoy quite a lot.
I'm loving this topic.
So that brings us to the point where a lot of moms are guilty of this. Yes, I know raising a child is not just a mom.
No, it's not a mom thing, but we're just only focusing on mom
and your mom. Because if we're being very honest, more than 50% of the duty is on moms. From being pregnant, carrying a child, even 70. Even if you have a supportive husband, he's not going to carry the child for you. He's not going to breastfeed that child. Sometimes these kids, you need to take them to the hospital.
Be there for them.
Very honest, you can have, no disrespect, a very, very supportive husband, but you're still going to
because I think the love of a mother, I'm not saying father doesn't love their child, but I think the love of a mother is different. We're not being partial though. Dad, you're doing an amazing job.
Shout out to all the dads out there. But so like I was saying, so sometimes we need to do better, especially as Black parents living abroad.
Yes.
Reason is that sometimes, again, I'm not even judging, because people have their things. So sometimes you're trying to do all this work, go to work, get money. Of course, because we have so much responsibility both here and back home.
Yes.
And then these kids need you, but you're now neglecting them because, so for example, there are people that do night shifts and all of that. So you pick your child up from school. They are trying to communicate to you,
but you need to sleep.
That was bothering them. You need to sleep. Some, you just tell them, okay, sometimes tell them there's food in, just give them instructions, because you need to leave by 6.
You need to leave, exactly.
Just tell them, you go have my go have shower. I'm going to bed now. Nobody should knock on my room. And then you go to bed, and then they have some, they're trying to sleep, but you've already blanked. Before they even came, you've already put a wall over.
By the time you wake up from that sleep, it's time again to go for another shift.
And then by the time you come back in the morning, you're rushing. Okay, stand up. You need to go because you're going to be late. So they've not had. They're constantly trying to get your attention, but you're not
giving them the attention.
And then sometimes now they rely on outsiders.
Yes.
So let's say they go to school, they are moody. A friend of theirs said, "Hi mate, what's going on?"
Yeah, exactly.
Then the child opens up. Now that person has listened to him.
they will feel
You're
that's
now
the right.
you're now, I'm now, I owe you.
You
Because if tomorrow now something happens to you, you can now tell me, come
and
help
join
me,
me
let's
because
sort this
yeah,
out.
I helped you
do your
before,
own time.
and then yeah. But if a child know they are loved at home,
Yes.
that's one thing about the whole thing, isn't it? It's a child that is not loved at home
That
that will go out and seek help from a stranger.
Yeah.
But if they know that they are loved at home, they would rather bring their problem home than give it, tell it to an outsider. Don't get me wrong, we can teach our kids like different things and all of that. They still have that one person, say in school, that they confide in, that they can tell whatnot. But we're only praying that whoever they now go to confide or meet outside to be a good person. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So they won't go astray.
And that's another point. You just said prayer. Yes. Raising a wholesome child, you need to pray. Hey, you need to pray.
It's not easy.
You need to also teach them how to
pray.
Bring them close to God.
Yeah. That's very important.
Because so they hear me say this prayer as well. When I pray with them, they hear me say, I say, God, help me to be a good parent. I always say because
it's not easy. It's not easy. You can just live. Yeah.
I am a human being as well. It's not my fault and all that. I always tell God, please help me to be a good parent, a good role model to my children. I always say that. And then privately, I'll say, God, I'm just a caretaker.
You get this.
I'm just helping you to look after this side of this earth. So the way give you strength me and give me what I need to
and
look after
these children, they copy parents as well. They'll look at what you're doing and then try to copy whatever you do. So if you're doing something in a way that does not align with the way of God, your kids will pick it up.
Of course.
You understand? And then they start doing their own thing and add whatever thing they're seeing outside. But when they know that it's just like, for example, now, I'm not saying I've got it perfect, but we're fasting in church. Now we're doing the fasting because my daughter will go to church together and everything. So when we're coming back, she said she wants to do fasting as well.
Okay.
So I didn't tell her, she's only 11. So I'm not going to say, oh, don't do it. I encourage her. So since morning, she's not been eating breakfast. Aww. So she waits till dinner. She waits till lunchtime and then she eats and then prays. So that is something that she know, she's seen me done. Because she even remembers saying, Mom, you did it last year. You understand? You know, like I didn't include her. She's heard it from church. You know, I do it. So she's sort of like copied it to be able to do it. So we are not saying we're perfect parents. So me, I'm not perfect or anything because we've made mistake along the line.
We just learned.
I think
that's why they say the first kids, they see the worst of their parents.
Exactly.
Because the mother is there clueless. You've not been a mother before. You're just juggling. But with the first one, you get better.
You get better.
You know how to get second turn.
You're like a pro. You're like
and then also be willing to learn and unlearn the things that you knew before.
That's what I've done to
my mother used to do like, hey, are you your mother? Is your child you? No. So you also need to be able to learn and know these kids are from different generations. They are being raised in a different country.
Exactly. Different culture, different everything.
Your own compared to back home where we have family.
Now everybody, community, they raise children.
Everybody's, if they see your child do anything wrong, in fact, from men, they repeat and come
and they tell you. Create friendship with your kids as well. I know they say, no, don't be friends. But once you have that friendship between your kids as well, it does help as well. Because now you two are like, gisting. Although there's boundaries of being a mom, but if you're friends with your kids, like there's that like gisting rather than mom and daughter conversation. There's still mom and daughter conversation, but more of like a chilled, like you're encouraging them, you're advising them nicely.
Oh my God, I always give pep talks in the car. Jeez, once somebody does anything small wrong, I've lost the topic. From that one, we're going to throw our drive. I'm speaking, I'm talking,
and sometimes, sometimes I know what I tend to do is, oh my God, maybe we've said something now, and I know I didn't like the way she said. I will leave it at night time. I will not say, what did you mean by? I don't understand. I will not go over the topic again because I just want to like more clarify things and know that clarity to know that okay, this was not said right. This was this is what you should have, because I always make sure you understand. There are some time where I'll just be like, Mom, are you not saying anything? Me, I'm trying to calculate and see when to give that answer and everything.
And say it in a way they will understand it
exactly
as well.
So that she can come back and be like, oh Mom, I understand now. Because 11 years old is close to being a teenager. Do you understand? We're not saying
like yesterday.
If I remember my labor one day, that labor one day is traumatic.
No, leave labor. Leave labor.
We'll leave labor for another
Labor
day.
gist, eh? But we thank God.
We thank God we are here today. We need to have that topic of labor.
No, it will come.
Oh, it will come.
It will come. So another thing is
activities.
Getting your kids involved in things,
Yes.
teaching them about their health as well.
Yeah.
Because raising wholesome kids, you don't just let them to. Sometimes I will teach oral cleaning, we do hygiene, we do different things,
everything.
Yeah? You need to stand up and walk around. Not every time you're being drunk.
No, yeah.
So, and we try to, now that it's winter, during summer times, every evening we
go for a walk. Mine is every Sunday evening.
Every evening we go around the block, try as much as possible. So
it does help.
Teaching them
exercise. And then even putting them on different activities as well. You know, like let's go back to when you said people, you know, parents that work and everything. They never. I'm not saying they don't have time, but it's not easy, the activities. But I think one or two, especially say swimming.
Yeah.
You know, swimming. Just putting them in swimming lessons.
I don't know how many people that know me, but I believe in getting the kids busy.
Yes, it's better.
I don't believe in sitting at home and watching
better.
TV. Left for me, I will not have TV. Yeah, but again, if we're being realistic, these activities cost quite a lot of money.
It does.
And it involves time because you have to physically take your son plays football.
Oh, I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Every day. Football
and then my own that one do cheerleading. So I have to be there. Voice, it's just
and
so
these are different.
I don't know.
Days, different times. You have to drive them. You have to stay and wait for them.
Oh my God!
But if you can, it's very beneficial. Rather than them watching TV and being on tablets and chatting away their time, they can go. It's a means of socialization as well.
It's a means of socialization. Yeah, they make friends as well.
They learn skills.
Yes.
Because swimming is a skill. I don't know how to swim for the life of me. But swimming is a skill.
Swimming is a skill. I just think it's good for kids to just learn how to swim.
Yeah.
Especially from where our background, where we come from. We don't have that opportunity. Now, I think seeing on social media, like parents now, like that can afford it, they are giving their kids back home, you know, swimming lessons and everything. But during our time, we didn't have that opportunity. So we're creating that opportunity for at least our kids to even have that swimming experience. Do you know what I mean?
There are so many. I know in Nigeria then you can, I don't know how it is now, but I know we used to go outside and play with neighbors, ride bicycles.
We never stay inside house.
What's
now
that game on the floor? Sway or something?
It's just sway. There's another one as one will draw one big circle like this and put Abuja. You put Abuja and then you run.
You run. So there are so many activities that you can do with kids in back home.
Is it like high jump?
So
you know when you put wood here and then
we play football.
You jump.
Meeting, we have teams.
Yeah, get them.
I remember that time if they give you any chore at home, you come back from school, you better start doing your chore because you don't want to miss out.
No, on that evening play. Evening play very important. The only time we don't play is when it's raining. Even that rain, if you bath inside the rain.
To go and buy something, you go and knock on your friend's door and say, "Come, let's go and buy something together." You know, so there are some people. But here we don't have that luxury of people. It's usually like mind your business.
Yeah, unless you take them to the park or something.
Park. So that's again that one is a good one. Every area or I don't know.
But how many people even have the time to go to the park?
That is the thing.
That's the thing.
If you want to raise wholesome kids, you need to. That's how it's a mom is sacrificial. You need to give.
You need to at least.
Like you need to try they are your children. You didn't give birth to
just to isolate them in the room.
You also want to have
or in the house
that are well behaved, well raised, healthy, know God, like so many things.
So many things. Just well raised things, like even in greeting as well. Because here we like when my daughter was growing up, said hi. I had to correct her one day and said no. There's no hi.
So we still put small because
we still have to add small African thing. I said no, it's not hi. You see when you see that auntie, good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, auntie, and you understand. So it means if you don't correct them, to her that hi, she was saying hi, but it was like hi, auntie. She's not saying that of disrespect, but that's what she's used to. You understand? So quickly, as a African mom, you have to just.
I'm sorry. I used to do the African mom. There are some things that in our culture that also the way we say beat smacking is not good. There are some things that are very good as well. So we bring them in.
We bring them in exactly.
Abroad that is good, and then
you just have to just not say even now this we have to force on our kids, but just giving them that moral, knowledge of what we do and what we've trained
So what other thing would you say has helped you so far?
What other thing have helped me? I think, I think you've mentioned everything, but I will reflect back on one of the one that you said. You said like treating the kids like differently, especially when you're teaching them. You understand? I would say for my first child, I wasn't having that patience. So if it doesn't get, I'm like, no, oh yeah, let's do it. Now for the second one, I'm like, maybe the first one will invest too much, and then the second one will become chilled. I don't know.
The third one, you better raise yourself because I'm done.
So it's just mom's life. Mom's life is just
See, this topic is you can never.
You can never finish it.
It's long. Is it the type of activities?
Yeah.
Is it
what you can do to support your kids in their education, in their learning? How often do you even get involved in what they do in school? You understand?
Do you go for the parents' meeting? Do you speak to their teachers?
Exactly, to see what.
Do you even read the reports they bring in the book?
Yeah, exactly. There are so many things to be involved.
Do you go for their shows, their meetings? That one
is very important. Like I have colleagues at work now. Once they have their kids' activity, they'll come to me and say, "Oh no, my child is doing this. My child." So when I first joined, I was like, okay, these people can take these excuses for.
Don't you see them in school?
Yeah.
I don't miss any school activity.
Yeah.
I don't, because maybe you don't choke.
You don't choke.
Then
because even your work area know that family is first.
Yes. You see them in school. They come with their uniforms, showing that they don't mind sacrificing their break time to come for that.
Yeah.
And you know what it does to a child? It gives a child confidence.
Confidence, exactly.
Because I'll be there when let's say your child is doing a
they'll just start smiling as soon as they saw you.
And when you walk in, or they maybe already there, they spot you.
Yeah.
If you see the excitement, if you see the joy they have, and then because mom is here, I have to make mom happy or dad happy. Then they are trying to do these things very well. They are speaking out loud. They are putting actions, but they want to. And then you are there also hailing them. Thumbs up.
And then when they get home, they're like, "Can I watch the video?"
Yes. I have videos from so many years ago. They always go back to say,
back to say yes. So
it's very vital.
Oh no, you have to teach them.
I can iron their clothes because they are not old enough to iron. But you see, they get dressed themselves.
Oh yes, definitely.
I've bought shoe polish
to do it themselves.
Once you come back from school, polish it before you go to bed so that it's ready for you. I'm not seeing you wearing rubbish shoes because I bought it. You should also learn how to look after it. It's yours. Yeah?
And also as well, it's just when they wake up as well to be able to tidy up their own room. Like me, I don't do the rooms for them. They do it themselves. It's only the only time I go to their room to change is when I want to do like my deep cleaning or maybe I want to change the bed sheet. But the other thing, they do it they have to wake up and do that bed and everything themselves. Me, because I have my own other area to clean.
I'm involved in chores. This is abroad. You cannot do everything.
You cannot do everything by yourself. Just be stressing. Exactly.
Because they need to learn to look after themselves. Their things, their environment.
It's the cooking bit I've not introduced yet, but slowly.
You can cook noodles now.
It's noodles now.
But I used to tell my daughter, when I was like you,
I've always cooked.
11 years, I did not cook any soup, but anyway.
But then you get the gist anyway, But to be honest, we don't know when we started cooking back home. I can't remember when I started. I can't remember when I started.
Definitely not soup.
I don't think it's soup. Maybe like just helping in the kitchen. We started, in the evening when everybody's cooking. They'll say, oh, go and bring this one, go and bring that one. We already pick the beans, but I don't think we're physically like just cooking at age 11 or even 12. Some people, yes.
It's like girls, when you have a girl child first, they start cooking quite early.
No, I don't think I started
cooking. I was just fortunate to have older people around.
Oh, I did as well, so I wasn't just cooking.
Go and buy pepper, go and buy salt, quickly go to the store. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was what I did as well. Maybe go to the market. I know I went to the market.
Beans. They can give you beans to go and grind. You now go and
tomatoes. All those tomatoes. When you take the bucket of tomatoes to go and grind, and then one dog will not chase you. I remember one dog.
Back home. You first, I don't know what's keeping this person. You don't say, y'all don't ask.
He don't show tomatoes.
Because you cannot go back home to say you were doing something. By the time you get to you've already started crying from the road because you know that you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Well, tomatoes that they want to use to cook pot of stew. you've gone and pour it away. Oh my God.
So what else? What else?
No,
What
I
else are
think
we
we've covered everything, isn't
yeah.
it?
So yeah, I know we're saying all this, but it doesn't mean you should not discipline your child.
Is discipline is
Please,
very
you have to
important.
discipline them,
Correct them
please.
immediately. They're making that mistake. Like if you once they just give you that attitude, just address it there and now. Say no, this is not the way you should do it. This is the way you should do it, so that they will learn. Don't just sweep it under the carpet, because once you sweep it under the carpet, it can repeat itself. Just correcting them not like shouting and say, hey, don't do that. No, you just say no. If it's given and they just say no, give it to me. Don't throw. You understand? Just correct immediately, almost immediately. If you can't do it immediately, but still shall correct them at some point.
Just continue to be patient.
Yeah.
Also, and again, bonus point. Yeah. You need to look after yourself
As a mom,
because you have to. It's what you have that you pour
give
into your child. If you don't have this, you don't give. Sometimes you have it, or you're well behaved, blah 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 blah. You know all this, but because you're so stressed,
yeah.
any little thing.
Oh, look at what I remembered. Please don't compare your kids with other people's child.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's different.
Even with their siblings.
Even with their siblings, don't because they will come back to you and say, no, you're copying. Do not.
Apart from that, it will affect their
Even if
self-esteem.
A has got perfect children, you don't know what A is doing at home to have that perfect children. Don't compare your own.
No.
Just try to, whatever works for you, let it work for you. Don't try comparing.
No,
this
you can't even
is
compare their siblings.
Exactly. Don't do comparison. Don't even, and especially with love as well. When they come to you and say, Mom, who do you love more? Don't ever say you love one. It's a trap. These children, they'll say, who do you love more? Just say, I love you too.
Yeah.
You know, don't ever compared, because mom, I've got different love. What the type of love I have for this is different from this, and you have to love them equally.
But also, well, I know moms. I know they always say we have favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
But please, no matter how much favorite that you have, one that is so intelligent and whatever, do not show it.
Do not show it. Love them equally.
Pretend.
Yes. love them equally. Yeah. Love them equally. I think it just helps as well. And also as well, don't be siding one and leaving the other one. Yes. You understand? Make sure that the younger one know that this one is the senior one, so that there will be respect among them as well. Because if there's no respect, once you divide them, they will grow up living in that division. You understand? But you have to make sure, let them love each other.
I always tell them, see, if you go outside, and you're your sibling first.
Yes.
You have to be there. Stand in. Don't let somebody speak to them.
Exactly.
So always be there for one another.
Always be there for one another. So I think we've covered everything.
Speaking about being stressed, I was going to finish up.
She told you.
This topic.
She told you. She's coming back for part 2.
So speaking about being stressed, sometimes give yourself look. Put yourself out. If you're stressed, please don't lash it on the kids. I beg
at all, please don't.
They'll be avoiding you.
They'll be avoiding you, please.
You can take your time. I'll tell them I'm going to be in my bedroom for 2 hours. If it's sleep. If it's TV you want to watch, as long as it makes you calm down, please do that. Because what happens is that when you're so stressed, anything triggers you.
Yes.
Something that is so minimal. Let's say a child now accidentally pours water on the floor.
It will just,
that water on the floor will be like, when somebody hears you screaming or yelling, they'll think that maybe the child has broken, even if they break TV, but let's say I've broken something really expensive,
and they'll be scared.
But this is just water, which, if we are
on
being
a normal
honest,
day,
you self used to pour water on the floor.
Exactly.
But because you're so stressed, that little thing has triggered you so badly.
Everything just irritates you. You don't even want to listen. You understand? You're just like, you know.
The kids, they will test you. No matter how good your child is, they will test you. They will ask you questions. They want to try and see if they can get their way out.
Just put your foot down as a mom. Just maintain your steels. Is it steels? Steels. Just maintain your steels as a mom. And I think I was going to say something as well. I forgot. Oh, I don't forget. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I was going to say something as well, but it's fine. It's gone now.
We cannot exhaust this. So we might have a part 2. If you want us to have a part 2, please comment down below and say this topic is so interesting.
But wait, so why are we wearing native?
How do we show we're African? You have to represent.
Anyway, I think we've
deviated a bit, but sorry, forgive us.
Come back.
Us. Apologies. So to wrap it up,
try your best to be a
good parent. You can also read books.
Yeah, please.
There are a lot of nice, interesting parenting channels.
And if you're not sure as well, just to ask important. You understand? It's
So,
very
and
important
then, please,
because you reap what you sow. If you raise them rightly, you will enjoy
yes,
them.
at the end of the day.
At the end
So
of
why
the day,
not?
yeah, why not put in the work now?
Yeah.
So that when you're old, you understand. Everybody age, you go catch up with everybody.
Yeah.
So that when you get to that age, they're able to still, look after you nicely, and
And apart from that, you'll be proud of it because if your children
Yes.
are working, people are being
Yes.
speaking about them outside.
Yeah.
You'll be
proud.
feel good.
Yeah.
It's as even little as when we even go to school for the teachers meeting and they're telling you,
They're telling you things about.
like, oh my
hey,
god,
head will be like
or even the
exploding.
rewards
Like,
they give them,
hey,
the things they write
they write
about
on them. You're
and
just like, oh my
that's
god.
what you're proud of it. So
Yeah.
you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
But again, no matter how big they are, you have to keep.
You have to, it's just the grace of God.
We'll continue praying for our children. We'll continue teaching them
The right thing to do.
We'll keep on learning the ones that have not worked for our parents, and learn the ones that work. You have to keep reading as well.
Yes.
Keep listening to people that have raised their children well and see what they are doing, and they can learn.
You can learn, from.
And then sometimes when you try this and it doesn't work, you can try
another method.
else,
you understand?
and
Just
see what works for a particular child, and that one and that one.
And that one. Yeah.
Just have to be patient again to be able to work with
It's
this
not
person
easy.
the way they want to be worked with.
It's not easy at all. But it's just I don't know. You understand? Like every child is different. The way one will react will be different from the way the other one will react. So just be patient as a parent.
Patient as a parent. Give them time.
I think this topic sort of cover mom, parents, everything.
Yeah, I know we'd not say the dads, but the dads, people are doing well.
Wholesome dads for providing.
You guys will have your topic someday, but today is
all about mom.
Yeah, how to raise wholesome kids as moms and all that. Please, again, like we're still learning. I'm still learning.
If you've got any ideas,
advice, or any question, you can put it down in the comment section, and we'll see all the comments and we'll reply to them. Thank you so much, guys, so far for your support. Thank you.
You've been watching our channel. I know we're trying to grow this channel. Please don't forget to like, to share, to follow, subscribe,
comment.
She always say comment.
Yes, no, just comment. I want to read. I want to hear what you say. Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, we say bye.